I'm Logan Crawford, and right now on the Spotlight Network, we're diving deep into the spiritual journey that questions, redefines, and ultimately enriches belief. We're talking to a terrific author. His name is Santiago Panzardi, and he has penned a powerful book. It is called Faith's Quiet Rebellion. It is a profound exploration of the tension between faith and doubt, one that invites readers to challenge spiritual complacency and embrace divine mystery. With biblical insight and heartfelt reflection, this powerful book empowers seekers to find strength, not in certainty, but in the quiet courage of questioning. We're delighted to have this very talented author join us here today on Spotlight. We thank the team at Atticus Publishing for helping us put him in the spotlight today, and we ask viewers like you to support authors like him by subscribing to our channel and by purchasing his wonderful book. The links are below this interview. And be sure to download the Spotlight Network TV app streaming on Roku, Apple TV, and Amazon Fire TV. Santiago, thank you so much for joining us here today on Spotlight.
Thank you for having me today, Mr. Crawford. I'm happy to be here.
It's wonderful to have you on the show. Talk to us a little bit about what you mean by faith's quiet rebellion.
It's about a lot of reflection on the struggle between believing and the process of doubt, especially among young people. I belong to an old generation. I'm 67 years old, so I've seen many changes. The younger generation being born with everything available. So, but there's a struggle about faith, about doubt, and doubt is something good. It's not bad. Doubt is going to show you the path to faith, and of course to find God and what you want to do in life.
Yeah. You actually believe doubt is a necessary part of belief, right?
It is. It is. Because if you're an unbeliever, you don't believe. You don't try. You don't search. But doubt is going to take you to question, to take risks, to try to find out what it's all about it. So doubt is a necessary step before you can believe. Why? Because if you go from doubt to believe, you don't have to go back because you already proved that you believe.
Exactly, exactly. Faith has to be explored. Faith has to be questioned. I think it's normal. I think it's natural. I mean, I think if God wanted us to believe, he would just appear before us and we would believe. But part of faith is the mystery and believing even when you don't see, right?
That's correct. God is everywhere, everywhere. We can't touch it. We can see it, but by faith, we know that he believes. Um, from a pastor perspective, I tell you that salvation from God is coming just one word. It's about belief. That's all it says. If you believe in his son, you're saved. So faith is a journey that will last for as many years as we are here on earth. So it's very important on that aspect.
Absolutely, extremely important. Talk to us a little bit about how biblical figures like Thomas and Jairus influenced your message.
Well, in Thomas' case, he walked with Jesus for 3 years. He saw miracles. He saw everything. And at the end, when they were expecting Jesus were going to take the whole empire of Rome down, and he didn't, and he died, he died. He went away. He was not around. So the first morning of resurrection, the first Easter, everybody was there, but Thomas was absent. He didn't want to he didn't want to believe, but he couldn't. So when the other disciples came to him to tell about Jesus' appearance, he said, "Well, I'm not gonna believe until I can touch it, until I see something real." So he went to the second meeting, and Jesus was there, and Jesus said that blessed are those who haven't seen but believe. But that's important because Thomas isn't us. Sometimes we need something to hang to it, hang into it to believe. Jairus It's another different case. Jairus come to Jesus because his daughter was about to die, and he knew that Jesus was a miracle worker. When he came to Jesus and he threw himself into his feet, he resigned to everything. He resigned to his position because he trusted Jesus. What happened on his way to Jairus' house? A woman with a blood issue came to Jesus, and Jesus stopped to help that woman. Now, that woman, according to the law of Moses, was impure, and he was a high person in society. And Jesus stopped to help somebody that had no value for society. At that moment, uh, uh, Jairus' helper came to tell him, "Leave the master alone. Your daughter has died." I cannot imagine the pain. Yeah. Then Jesus saw his pain and came to him and said, "Do not fear, just believe." He didn't say he was going to do a miracle, but those words are very important. Do not fear, just believe. In this world, to success, you as an actor, uh, people in TV, people in business, you cannot fear. You have to just believe. Believe in God, believe in yourself, believe in what you're doing so you can accomplish. So Thomas and Jairus are two different examples of doubt that help us to understand that if they made it, we can also do it.
Yeah, very, very important models of different perspectives that'll help a lot of people on their own journeys of faith. How do you feel readers should handle seasons of spiritual dryness or absence?
They're common and they're part of life. God's not gonna abandon you because you're going through that season. We all go through those seasons, even ministers. Life is complicated. Life is hard.
Yeah.
We get so many problems in life that we don't want it. People die, people get sick. We lost family members. So dryness is part of growing up because when you doubt, when you have faith, when you have faith and you believe that storm is not going to last forever.
Yeah.
One day the sun will show up and the rain's going to go away. You just have to stand still and believe. That's the only thing we can do. Stand still and believe.
Exactly. What do you say to people who fear questioning their faith is like betraying God or Jesus?
That is the main focus of my book. But people believe that if you're doubting, you sin. No. God created us. He knows us. Even when we can speak a word from our heart, He knows what we think in our mind. So doubt is necessary. It's nothing bad. God doesn't get angry. I think that's my opinion. He likes when we try to believe, when we are struggling because we want to believe. Like I said at the beginning, if you're an unbeliever, you don't care. But He sees us when we try and we're struggling to believe, when we try to believe in something that we don't see. Not only God, maybe the destiny, what we might be pursuing, we don't see it. And you start fast, then you have to stop for many reasons. And God is there. He doesn't abandon us. He knows us too well. He knows that when we doubt, we want to get back to Him or whatever our journey is going to take us.
Exactly. Like we said earlier, faith is believing in things that you don't necessarily see, but you believe in them anyway. And that's what it takes when it comes to believing in God, believing in Jesus. We do see the manifestations of God's creation, the impact of Jesus's life, even today, 2,000 years later. But the person we don't necessarily see other than in images created by artists, but we do feel his presence in our heart and we communicate with him through prayer, don't you think?
Yes, but prayer is the key. Prayer is talking to God.
Yeah.
And He lives in your heart every day, at any moment in life. You don't have to wait to go to a church or whatever, this religion might be. You can talk to Him every day. I mean, He's available. He's there. We don't have to dial a number or go through a lot of, phrases. You just talk to God the same way we're talking now. And He listens. He listens. And you know that the best thing that he does to us, that he listens to us.
Yeah.
We might not get what we want, but I know that he's listening. And
Yeah.
that's awesome.
Agreed. Agreed. What do you hope readers carry with them after reading your book?
But the main thing for me that about the powerful story that I'm talking in the book is that belief is a journey. It never ends. And that we must believe in God. In my case, as a Christian, we must believe what the Bible says. You know? It's interesting the way Jesus preached his message. You believe in me, you believe also in the Father. You believe in the Father, believe also in me. So the most thing that I want people to take from the book is the last word, the last page. They say, just believe. That's it. Just
Exactly.
believe. And you can achieve anything that you want in life, spiritually, in the material side of our life.
Exactly. I am the resurrection. I am the light. He who believes in me shall never die. It's a powerful message, and your message is powerful as well. 2 words, just believe, and it'll turn your life around. You will feel that impact as soon as you start communicating through prayer, through worship, through acts of obedience, through being good to your neighbors as Jesus and the Lord would like you to be. The name of the book we've been talking about today is Faith's Quiet Rebellion. It is a profound exploration of the tension between faith and doubt, one that invites readers to challenge spiritual complacency and embrace divine mystery. With biblical insight and heartfelt reflection, this book is a powerful read that empowers seekers to find strength not in certainty, but in the quiet courage of questioning. Santiago, thank you so much for joining me here today on Spotlight.
Appreciate it. Thank you for the opportunity, and God bless everybody. And I wish everybody happy Easter Day.
God bless you, sir. I appreciate your time, your insight, and your wisdom. To the folks at home, I'm Logan Crawford, thanking you for your time, this time until next time on Spotlight.